We can speak of the removal of all barriers once we realize that the greatest of barriers is to speak of the removal of all barriers. Only when it is understood that we cannot see without a veil may the veil be discarded. The emphasis on manifestation without concealment, therefore, amounts to being worthy to contemplate the manifestation of concealment. That is, to utilize Henri Corbin's explanation of what he calls the test of the veil in the Sufi tradition. The one with mystical intuition unearths that the world is naught but the concealment of the divine concealment, and hence through the veil one sees the veil, and thereby discerns that God is present in the very world from which God is absent. The cosmos, accordingly, is the mirror whereby the divine light sees itself through that which is allegedly other than itself. From the spiritual topography of the Andalusian mystic and poet Ibn Arabi, Corbin deduces that all creation is an epiphany, the manifestation of the unmanifest, the passage from occultation to revelation, and as such it is an act of divine imagination. However, the disclosure of the hidden perforce requires that the hidden remains hidden in its disclosure. Otherwise, it is not a disclosure of the hidden. The imagination, therefore, as Corbin noted, can reveal the hidden only by continuing to veil it. Once transparency is achieved, the visionary can discriminate between the hidden and the manifest. But at a deeper level, the imaginal vision transmits the truth of the coincidentia oppositorum, such that opposites are identical in virtue of their opposition, and hence there is no manifestation of the imaginative presence that is not at the same time an occlusion. In each moment, the display of the inapparent being in the manifold beings of the universe, or what Corbin refers to as the homologation of the infinite in finite form, assumes a distinct appearance. Indeed, each theophany is a new creation that is discontinuous with the past and impervious to the causal sequence of outward facts. But the appearance of the inapparent can appear only to the extent that it persists as inapparent. Ibn Arabi thus described the Quranic text as the tablet that contains all cosmic forms that serve as the veils through which God is unveiled, and the concomitant figural representation of the cosmos as the book that comprises the totality of semiotic signs that point to that which cannot be signified. Unconcealment on this score is not a disrobing of the naked truth, but the disposing of the garment in which truth is attired. That there is no truth denuded of the vestment of untruth accords with the assumption that the infinite cannot appear except as inapparent. Hence, truth is not visible unless it is enveloped in the shroud of invisibility. The same logic can be leveled against Schollem's surmise that the extreme expression of mystical nihilism, as we find in the case of Paul in late antiquity, or in the radical wing of the Sabbatian movement, and in later Frankism, the early modern period, involves the unequivocal rejection of all authority and the creation of new structures that displace the older ones.
We are all dreaming each other alive. The light and the dark, the sound and the silence, the self and the shadow. We are all dreaming each other alive. The light and the dark, the sound and the silence, the self and the shadow. We are all dreaming